How we doing? Welcome in, everybody. So, I am making canisters for canister Damascus. Oh, come on, stop sticking. Did I weld your ass? Yeah, there you are. It's been known to happen. How's everybody doing this evening? Or at least evening for me. You welcome. Can't get blind through a screen. Come on, bud. That blue light that you're looking at in the phone screen, much worse because you spend more time doing that. Blue light is bad for you. But anyways, how's everything doing? Don't mind me and my theories. So yeah, just making canisters for some canister Damascus. Gonna be learning how to do that, so figured I'd make a shit ton of cans. Oh. Perfecto. Can y'all hear me all right? That's number 3. Katie, I am making canisters so I can make canister Damascus. So what canister Damascus is, I don't know if you know, but pretty much has to have a square tube with a cap on the end. Then you fill it with high carbon items, so like files, drill bits, so on and so forth. And then you fill the rest of it up with powder, which is a high carbon powder of your choice. And then you can make Damascus out of that. So it's pretty much like a Damascus soup that gets thrown in here, or stew, if you will. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm putting caps on these ends on one side, and then I'll be cutting up a whole bunch of stuff in another day, and just gonna start building canes. And gonna forge them out. Not like that noise. Oh, that's some of the, alright. I know what that noise was. Yep. So I'm just making barrels for future Damascus. And then, depending on how much time I have, and so other plates will go on the other side, so it'll become the actual tube. I'm gonna work on this cleaver here. I'm thinking about doing some scallops. And then I gotta work on the Sea Dog some more. Gotta get all these bevel lines to flow together, so I'll be working on that. And then actually sharpen it up and everything, so yep. That's what we are currently messing with. Ba-ba-ba-da. Put that over there for a little bit of eye candy. Katie, how's your night going? What do you do? Alright, I don't know why that one's doing that, but I gotta redo that one. Just getting air pockets in my welds. How's everybody else doing? Can you guys see all right? Yeah, seems to be all right. Holy crap, 98 people? Right on. Axiom? Yes, I am. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. Yep, making canisters for Damascus. That would be what we're doing. So these are, the ones that I'm currently welding up are 1.5 inch by 1/8. And they're anywhere between 3.5 inches long and 6 inches long. So, Axiom? Hell yeah. How's your night going? Oh, that's what I should put in my description whenever this turns into a video. Canister Damascus. Oh yeah, so most of them are gonna be for future use, and I'm not currently at my forge, at my welding station. So, yeah, I'm making these mostly for future use and for a couple buddies also. So, you know, don't take nothing but a little bit of time. So I figured I might as well go live. You know what I mean? Pardon me. Yeah, so tonight, on my way back to the house, I'm gonna be stopping and getting a whole bunch of whiteout, so I can dump them into a lot of these cans and just let them sit for however long, and then they'll be ready to rock and roll whenever they're ready to rock and roll. 111 people watching. Fuck yeah. You guys are awesome. What's my Damascus mixture? So, Horst Hammerman? Sorry if I butchered the shit out of that. How we doing, Horst? Axiom, my Damascus mixture. So, I have number 4, like 4% nickel. Yeah. So, I got that, and I'm gonna do one of them with some 1045 hammer steel. I'm just gonna cut that into little slugs and throw that in, and then the other one I'm gonna do like old files and shit, just chunk them up. Or no, not old files, old drill bits, So, and yeah, I've never really done. I haven't done too much canister Damascus. I think I have 1 or 2 canisters underneath my belt. So, yeah, so I don't have like a proper mixture yet. So, or like a surefire ingredients, as it were. I mean, I do layered steel also. Uh, I'm so my wheelhouse at the moment is Sanmai. That is my personal wheelhouse and mono steel naturally. So that's what I'm most comfortable with at the moment. Uh, so I just started doing Sanmai, and then I was like, hey, let's do a couple of canisters. So my first canister did not come out well, and my second one did not do much better. So, smorgasbord. Yeah. So anyway, uh, yeah. Yep. So I'm still in the early stages of doing pattern steel for simplicity. Uh, I personally like Sanmai the most so far. I do have a Damascus chef knife that I'm working on finishing. Uh, so, because I got to do the handle and shit, and it's a hidden tang. So, for the hidden tang challenge that hidden tank challenge that the Rivers Experience is putting on. So, if you're interested, check them out. You have until March 7th to do a hidden tank. So, what's my go-to for mono steel? So my go-to for mono steel is 75 and 95. 1075, 1095. Just started fucking around with 1045, which is fun because you can kind of beat the shit out of that knife and it just says okay. But the layered chef knife or pattern, yeah, the layered chef knife that I did is 15 and 20 and 80 CRV2. So a few of these cans, most of these cans, are going to my buddy Anvil Alley Forge, who supplied the material and pretty much made the Damascus billet for me. But I learned. I learned. So, and it's a low layer count. Yep. Oh, again. People are blowing up my shit. I must be live. Yeah, personally, I enjoy the lower layer count as well. Also, you have a lot less welds to worry about. So, it's just for me at this time, it's just a better recipe for simplicity. Because, if you go for 300 layers and one of them breaks, well, now you're down to, let's just say, 150 layers because of where it broke. You know what I mean? It's just, or we could do 40 layers and be cool. So for the chef knife, it's like 15 layers is what we ended up going with. But yeah, Anvil Alley Forge has pretty much got Damascus. He's got a recipe for Damascus, and it just fucking works. He's currently doing like 118 or 180 layer. I don't remember. It's 100 something with an 8. Could be 108. I don't remember. But yeah, 108, 188. I don't know. But yeah, that's the billet that he's currently working on. I think he might have just finished it up too. Excited to see that though. Nope. Swing and a miss. Baker Forge. Nah, I'm cool. I try to do. I stay with my state, and he's actually a local boy, and he's actually a buddy of mine. So. So is Baker Forge like David Baker Forge, or wait, no, Baker Forge, that's where you can get a gator piss, right? Yeah, my birthday's coming up, so if anybody want to get me some gator piss, I'm down for some gator piss. Yeah. Yeah, I've been through Baker Forge and I've gotten gator piss from them before and shit like that. But yeah, no, Baker Forge is pretty cool. Yeah, I forget the name for that copper layered Damascus. Or that copper inlay in the Damascus. I forget what they call that. I believe it's a Japanese term. Please correct me if I'm wrong on that, but you're cold. You're fairly cold. You're cold. Into the bucket. Yeah, you guys are still hot. So I got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 of them that are 1.5-inch square tubes. Nyan Long, I think. I don't understand what you typed. Availability. Real complicated. Yeah, 10.95, 10.75. It was available, so I bought everything that the shop had. And 75 and 95 are usually what I use for just about all my knives, except for I use 95 for chef knives most of the time. Right? Like, yeah, came across the shop that had a whole bunch of stuff, and so they had a good price on it, so we'll take the lot. And funnily enough, the same shop is where my ass is right now. Came in looking for steel, or came in looking for knife steel, walked out with a job. You know, lucky like that. Awesome. And that was 4 years ago, 5 years ago, something like that. Bad hips. Shit. Let me get a little bit of rum. Yep. Got the job 1 year after my transplant. Yay, kidney transplants. And cheers to BJC. Appreciate you guys. So I'm guessing that backslash was just a. I mean, I'm lucky to have 3 kidneys, if you know what I mean. Like, but I guess that backslash was just a typo. I don't know. From ZUO, Zao. God, I'm butchering the shit out of that. I know it. Anyway, lucky, however, now you have 3 kidneys. Yeah. So, yeah, I did dialysis for like 5 years. It's also the same time that I started blacksmithing. Yep. This is the way. Yep, hard life. If you let it be a hard life, then it's a hard life. Sometimes you just kind of dick. Sometimes you just have to accept the shit situation that you're in and embrace it. So it's like, okay, I'm gonna be, dead for 3 days a week. But on the other 4 days, I'm going to be hyper as shit because I'm going to feel so good because of the 3 bad days. So it kind of Like it's very high and very low. Like it's so yeah, it's it's very taxing sometimes, but I mean everybody breaks a little bit every once in a while, so deal with a lot of dialysis patients at work. Yeah. I don't deal with them, but I'm assuming you're talking about yourself, which is good. So I'm assuming you work at a hospital or off-site clinic type place. But yeah, anybody got anything knife related, welding related? Let's get out of this depressing topic. Just kind of realized I forgot I was live for a minute. Thought I was just having a chat with somebody. But yeah, yep, dialysis pretty much sucks most days, but you gotta do it because the other thing is much harder. Anybody want to talk about some theories going around? I mean, you guys might call them conspiracy theories, but I'm down for whatever you want to call them. I enjoy a good theory. Let's see here. Let's start with this. Is the Kraken real? And I don't mean the rum. What are we thinking? Yes, no, maybe? 76 people in here. Let's get some ideas on the Kraken. Started making the gallows. Pirates, ye be warned. No survivors? Well, I wonder how all the stories are told. Lowlands away me John. I dreamed a dream the other night. Lowlands, lowlands away me John. My true love came the other night. Lowlands. Or shall we sing taps? Instant mood killer. So, what's everybody's favorite blade, since nobody wants to talk about the Kraken? Knife blade, knife style, so on and so forth. Damn tough life. Toilet and stuff. Rolling down. Oh man. Apparently, a lot of people don't like my singing. That's cool. It's probably because I don't have autotune. Ooh, missed the shit out of that one. That was more angled than what it was. Greetings from Wales. Fuck yeah, man. How you doing? Greetings from Missouri. Middle of America. It's kind of like if you told me what county you're in, or what Providence. Anyway. Hamo? Making Damascus? Kind of. I'm making a way to make Damascus. So I'm currently making canisters for canister Damascus that will be made later down the line. So yeah, that goes like that. I have a whole bunch of these other ones that'll go like this, and then it'll get welded up after it gets stuffed. Gaiety. What is going on in Wales today? Partying hard? Actually, it's morning, isn't it? Yeah. So that's all the 1/8" ones, except for this one here that I gotta redo. It's started getting frosty as fuck in there. Jesus. It's wet and cold. Same here. Not really cold, but like cool. I think it's like 63, but it's been like foggy and rainy all day, so that's always a blast. Oh, the knees. Where are you? Oh, there you are. Now let me cut this nubbin off because there's no point to it. Alright. So now I'm going to cut into where the porosity is and I'm going to re-weld. Then I'm going to bump up my machine and move on to the 1/4 inch squares that I got going on. Damn the toilet answer. Let's say it's wrong. Oh. So, Hamill, do you blacksmith out in Wales or over in Wales? Alright, we got 64 people in here. Hell yeah. Y'all are awesome. Alright, so then we're gonna weld this one up. Wipe off our station. And then we'll turn up the heat and then weld up the 1/4 inch. Couple of blades that we'll be working on later, depending on what time it is. Oh, it's 6 o'clock now. Alright. Took care of that bullshit. That one's still kind of hot. That one's definitely just hot. That's the one I just welded. Alright, so you three can hang out over there. And I apologize if I'm getting people's names wrong. I apologize. I'm just a pirate, guys. I'm just a pirate. Alright, these into the bucket. Alright, so I bumped up the temperature. And I feel like I gotta bevel these a bit. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna bevel these. So now that we got it nice and beveled, it will, when we weld it up, the material or the weld has somewhere to go, because you're like this now instead of like this, where you only have this punk ass seam. So now we're like this. So now you have this whole area up here to fill in, if that makes sense. So, anybody got a favorite knife? Favorite movie with a blade? This one isn't exactly how I want it, but the randomizer. How we doing? Welcome in. Hope you're having a good day. Safety squints? Nah, man. Eyes are completely closed. You must be part of OSHA. I don't know who that is, but that's awesome. I like that. That's funny. Always knew he was on Grinder. That's fantastic. Oh. It's fucked up, man. Oh. That is messed up. Me being me. I don't know who you are, but you're funny. I like it. Or if I do know who you are, announce yourself. There you go. We're doing serious welding. So randomizer. Putting the hood on now. My February tan. Yeah. You know, gotta get pretty for the ladies. Nobody want my ugly hard ass. Alrighty. Thorns? Right on. How we doing, Thorns? Speedman. Who's Speedman? What about Speedman? I'm so confused now. Allie, what's oh my god? So, who's got a favorite pattern of Damascus? What's you guys' favorite Damascus pattern? last one, then we're on to knives. Does anybody in chat know what Allie was trying to talk about? Let's clean this up. Yeah. Extra crispy. Alright, a whole bunch of non-talkers. That is A-OK. I'll stop trying to bring you guys into the conversation. Since there is none. Fantastic. Yes, sir. Father Time 577. Yeah, I got some anti-spatter here. And it's fucking horrid when you burn it. Like, horrid. Like, I've been welding for a while. I've used many cans of anti-spatter. I don't have the gel, I have the gas or the spray. But like this, worst shit you ever smelled. Like, I started coughing halfway through this short as well. Like, it's fucking terrible. But the welds are coming out pretty good, and I just gotta clean up the tip every so often. So, yeah, once the tip cools off, I usually spray that. So. All right. But I appreciate you jumping in, Father Time. Alright. So, you shitting me? Fucking skip 2 welds. Look at this fucking amateur hour over here. Yeah. I don't know what it is, but this anti-spider 390. When it gets to burning, we're rancid. Yeah, no, I understand. Uh, the company that I currently work for does not carry the gel and will not grab the gel because we have spray that I didn't want. And they probably wouldn't pay me back for buying the gel. They might, but anyway. So, yeah, no, I use it, just I use it as little as possible. Got 2 more for bucket. I appreciate you for the time. I appreciate you. Father Time, any particular knife you'd like to see me build at some point in time? Yeah, this is a belt grinder. Because got a blade to work on, got a cleaver to work on. long I'm going to work on them though, since it is almost 6:30. But yeah, this is my Sea Dog. This guy here. Should probably take my mask off, huh? That bucket over. This way it doesn't get too hot. I got the water running, so I can go get my blade cooled down. You guys able to see okay?
How we all doing? Everybody having fun?
So that's all with the 60 grit. We're gonna bump it up to 220, which is a finer grit. Alright, so this is the 220. Well, something's burning in here. Thought I smelled something funny. Not the belt. That must mean, yeah, just a little bit of bullshit that's down there. Alright, I'm gonna get you guys a better view. Alright. We think that's a better view? As long as I don't block you guys too much. Alright, we're back in business. Yes, wouldn't say she's murderous sharp, but you probably could. All right, let's see here. It's like 6:45. Yeah, 6:45. So I'm gonna jump off here and go grab me some food because that sounds pretty good right now. I also have 30 to 45-minute drive home, so got that going for me. So I'm gonna drive home, and on the way home, I'm gonna grab some food because I still need to go shopping. Not going shopping tonight. Anyway, that's a whole nother fucking thing. So I appreciate y'all hanging out for however long you guys did, and y'all have a great day and a better tomorrow. Bum, bum, bottom, bum, bum, bottom, bum, bottom.